Okay, welcome everyone. We're doing a deep dive today into some pretty big news that's been shaking things up.
Yeah, specifically around accessing Databricks, right? A major platform in the data world.
Exactly. We've been looking through some recent source material about a huge change, and, well, our mission here is pretty clear.
Figure out what this actually means for people wanting to learn, data folks, enthusiasts, anyone really.
Precisely. What does it mean for you if you want to get hands-on with modern data tech?
Right.
And the core fact, it's kind of buried, but it's exciting.
Oh yeah, let's just get straight to it. The sources say, as of June 2025, Databricks is, well, freely accessible for individuals.
Freely accessible.
Yeah, not just, a short trial. It sounds like something more substantial.
Oh.
You can sign up without needing a typical cloud subscription.
Okay, that's the really interesting bit for me. No AWS, no Azure, no GCP account needed, just to start exploring.
That's what the sources indicate. Think about what that cuts out.
Well, all the complex cloud setup, for starters, no linking credit cards just to poke around.
Right. No worrying about accidental bills, no fighting with infrastructure provisioning.
None of those headaches. You just, sign up with Databricks directly and start building.
Seems like it. And honestly, that's a massive shift.
Because before, it was quite the barrier, wasn't it? Especially for beginners.
Oh, absolutely. You had to, navigate the whole cloud account maze, first permissions, networking, security groups.
I am permission.
Exactly. And then you could finally spin up a Databricks workspace within that cloud environment. It took time, sometimes hours, just to run a simple notebook.
Yeah, definitely not the most welcoming path if you just wanted to see what the platform could do.
But now the sources are saying Databricks has officially opened the gates for learners.
Okay, open the gates,
Yeah.
and they describe it as a free kind of community edition style experience.
Yeah, and crucially, hosted entirely by Databricks. That removes the cloud dependency piece.
Which makes it just
Yeah.
dramatically more approachable, right? Those initial hurdles, the cost worries, gone.
Pretty much, at least for getting started. The sources suggest this lets you use key things like notebooks, workflows, get a feel for the environment.
Okay, so it's free. Databricks hosts it. No cloud barrier. What can you actually do, though? What tech is available in this free tier based on the sources?
This is where it gets good for learners. The material suggests you get access to the core stuff.
Like Spark.
Yes, Spark for the big data processing, Delta Lake for structured, reliable data lakes,
Maybe some ML.
and exploring machine learning workflows, using their notebooks, trying out workloads, understanding how it all fits together.
So it's not just an empty shell. You get the engine, the data layer. That's huge. Any word on limitations, compute power, storage, that kind of thing?
Well, the sources frame it positively for learning, but they do use that community edition style phrase.
Which usually means?
It's for individual learning exploration. So expect some limits on compute, maybe smaller clusters, shared resources, and probably caps on storage or processing volume.
All right. Makes sense. It's for learning the ropes, not running a whole business on it.
Exactly. It's not your full production environment from a paid tier. It's about democratizing the learning part.
That's a key distinction. But still, wow, getting hands-on with Spark, Delta Lake, zero setup cost, zero infrastructure wrangling. Incredible.
Yeah.
Did the sources hint at why now? Why this move from Databricks?
It feels pretty strategic, doesn't it? By making it easy for individuals to learn, they're basically growing their own future user base.
Cultivating the talent pool.
Exactly. More people learn Databricks for free, they gain skills, then companies running Databricks want to hire them. Lowers the barrier to getting into data engineering with the right skills.
Good point. An investment in the ecosystem, really. So let's pull this all together. What's the main takeaway for you listening right now?
I think it's pretty clear. If you've been curious about modern data tools like Spark or Delta Lake,
Or wanted to play with ML workflows in a serious platform.
or just get comfy with Databricks notebooks without needing a company account or wrestling with cloud setup, well, this looks like your chance.
Yeah, truly no strings attached access, it seems. A chance to explore a platform that's frankly become central to data engineering and analytics. The source calls it the perfect time to start.
And I agree. Based on the barriers it removes, calling this a game changer for learning data engineering or analytics skills feels about right.
It really democratizes access in a way that wasn't there before, removing that whole cloud complexity layer for beginners.
Definitely.
Okay, so with this kind of unprecedented free access, finally here, letting you experiment without those old constraints, here's something to think about. What project, what learning goal related to modern data, maybe something that felt out of reach before, what could you finally tackle now?